Welcome to my review of the Raidlight Responsiv Ultra, a well-cushioned shoe for light trails with one problem area that I'll highlight. From having a quick look at the specifications of the Raidlight Responsiv Ultra 2, it looks to be fairly similar, so I hope this review will be useful for whichever version you're looking at. Raidlight markets the Responsiv Ultra as a high cushion, durable rebound, long distance trail shoe. It's a 6mm drop with 25mm at the heel and 19mm at the forefoot. Being designed for comfort, Raidlight uses its Relax Last, and so it has a reasonable width. It comes in at 270 grams for women, and for men 270 to 285 grams. My UK size 6 is coming in at around 267 grams. With a little bit of extra dirt. Taking the upper first, you've got a fairly well-rounded toe box. The yellow hard sole comes up over the front, so you've got a bit of protection there, but other than that, just the plastic overlays. So not that much if you kick anything other than right at the front. The fabric is quite flexible and feels quite hard wearing. I'm seeing no visible signs of wear after about 120 kilometers on this shoe. The shoe has good breathability with extra holes on the inside layer from the ankle forward. If you do get the shoe wet, then it drains pretty well, but as you'll see when we get to the sole, it's not really designed for running in very wet conditions. The laces are fine, no issues with those coming undone during your run. Underneath the Raidlight fabric tag at the front, there's a small black cord which you can use as a gaiter attachment. Midway up the laces, there's this elasticated fabric strap, which Raidlight call the M-lock. This is designed to reduce the lacing tension over the top of your foot whilst maintaining a foothold. I can't say I've specifically noticed anything with this, but I haven't had any discomfort from the laces. And to be honest, this fabric strap is actually quite a handy place to keep your laces tidy during your run. Finishing off with the laces, you've got the extra hole at the top for the runner's knot if you wish to use that, and the tongue itself is nicely cushioned and very comfortable. The main issue I have with the shoe so far is related to the front of the lacing system. This area is really quite hard, and when I'm running it flexes just at that point and drives that hard material down onto my big toes, causing some discomfort. It's quite annoying because other than that it's a really comfortable shoe. I have found taping my toes helps a little bit, but given that this is supposed to be an ultra distance running shoe, I really don't want to be worrying about whether that tape's going to stay in position for hours on end. I've looked at version 2 of this shoe and it looks quite similar in design, so if you are interested in either getting this version or the newer version that Raidlight have released, then this is the area that I'd really focus your attention on when you're trying the shoe on, just to make sure you're not going to have the same problem that I've been experiencing. Getting back to more positive features, the heel is well cushioned. It has the Achilles notch, which I always like. It's soft at the top, and then at the bottom there are these external plastic panels, the external heel cradle, which is supposed to give you extra support when you're getting tired. Moving on to the sole, Raidlight uses their rolling sole profile, which is supposed to allow a natural transition. Every manufacturer has their own description for this type of thing. I'd say it feels fairly natural when running, and I've not felt anything particularly obvious here. The sole uses Raidlight's D-Grip Ultra sole, which is supposed to have good friction on dry surfaces and be suitable for most places other than the really muddy stuff. The sole has 4mm rubber lugs, and then that rubber is removed from areas of the sole where that protection isn't required to keep the shoe lighter. The sole really reminds me of the Hoka Challenger ATR, and that leads me to put the Responsiv Ultra in the road to light trail category. It's fine on the roads, on forest paths, packed trails, but as you'd expect with this lug specification, it really isn't suitable for very muddy trails, and I haven't felt confident in it on wet grass. Raidlight has now released a second version of this shoe. From having a quick look at the specification on Raidlight's website, it looks like the Responsiv Ultra 2 is fairly similar overall to the first version. The sole design looks to be the same. It's still a 6mm drop, the cushioning height's the same, and they've still got the M-lock feature. The weight of the second version has gone up by about 20 grams to 290 grams. They've introduced a lace pocket into the top of the tongue, which is interesting considering I'd used the M-lock feature as a lace tidy for myself on this first version. The fabric looks to have changed a little bit on the upper, and the range of colours is less funky. The recommended retail price of the new version is about £125. If you're interested in picking up this first version and can find your size, then you'll likely get this at about £65. My overall conclusion on the Raidlight Responsiv Ultra is that it's an almost very comfortable, well-cushioned road to light trail shoe. It's not designed for muddy trails or wet conditions. It has good width and nice space in the toe box, but you do need to be aware of the potential for that hard section at the front of the lacing system to cause some discomfort when it flexes during running. If you feel any discomfort in that area when you try the shoe on, then sadly I'd say that you need to avoid it unless you're prepared to tape up your toes to protect them. If you found this review helpful, please do hit the like button and consider subscribing for more similar videos. If you've got any comments or questions, then I look forward to meeting you in the comments section below. Thanks for watching.